Now, shifting focus to some COVID-related news. Now, there is a slight rise in COVID hospitalizations in the city of Mumbai. Now, hospitalizations in May have risen to 215. Now, this as compared to just 65 COVID-related hospitalizations in April and 149 in March. Now, as for the recent data from the civic body, there are over 2,000 active cases in the city, currently of which 100 are in the hospital and 27 of them are in the ICU. Important also it is to note that majority of these hospitalizations are senior citizens. Now, I want to go across to Dr. Sanjeet Sasidharan, consultant and head of the critical care at SL Raheja Hospital. Sir, thank you so much for joining us here on the broadcast. Now, I want to understand from you how, concerning is this situation. Now, the intention is here not to be alarmist, but at the same time, we also don't want to be complacent. Now, given the fact that cases are rising over the past few days, the hospitalizations have increased, do you think we should be concerned?
First of all, thank you for having me over here with you. You are right on the fact that, yes, there has been an increase in the number of hospitalizations that has taken place. But you must understand that we are very, very well prepared for what was going to happen. When you said that 27 beds of the ICU are occupied, we have 1,520 beds that are there. So that means almost 1,400 beds are still vacant. We are also comfortable with the oxygen capacity that we have. We have only 4 oxygen beds that are occupied as of now in the city of the total 4,600 odd beds that we have. So we are, first of all, very well prepared. So there is no need to panic in the first place. Yes, there has been a slight uptick in the cases that have arisen, and this is probably because of the new variants that have come in B4 and B5. I strongly suspect that these variants, which have got higher growth advantage, are probably into the system, and that's the reason that they are infecting. But it's important for us to understand that it's only those patients that have comorbidities or who are older than 55 to 60 years old are the ones that are getting admitted, and they are not very, very critical as of now. Only 3 patients are actually critical, and they are there for a long period of time as of now.
All right, so, and I also want to understand from you that most of the studies have indicated that the Omicron, subvariants will burn themselves out in the coming days, and in fact, this should have already happened. But we're seeing just recently we had cases of the BA4 and the BA5 variants in Maharashtra for the very first time. So, does this in a way bring back focus on the 4th wave, a possibility of a 4th wave?
No, not really, because we must understand that the virus is going to evolve, and that's how it's probably also going to die off. So it's important that the infectivity is the one that is increasing. However, the virulence of this particular virus, that means the chances of causing hospitalization and death, are actually going down. That's what we've been noticing right from the time that its variant, the Omicron, entered into the country, entered into the world, and right from the time that the variants that were having more growth advantages entered into the world, we've seen that the infectivity has gone up. However, the virulence or the pathogenicity or the hospitalization rates or the death rates have steadily gone down. So that's actually welcoming news, and that probably follows Darwin's theory of evolution, is what we feel.
All right, Dr. Sasidharan there telling us that there is no need to worry, and the city is well prepared in terms of beds and other resources when it comes to COVID. Doctor, thank you so much for joining us here on Mirror Now.
You're welcome.